Dear friends, welcome to another thrilling episode of The Informant Military. In this video, we delve into the increasingly intense Chinese military maneuvers around the island of Taiwan and explore why Xi Jinping is eager to strike right now. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button and activate the notification bell to stay updated with our latest content. Recently, Taiwan's Ministry of Defense reported that within a 24-hour period, the island's radars detected the presence of 66 Chinese military aircraft. This marks the highest level of Chinese aerial activity around the island in 2024. In addition to this significant aerial presence, the Chinese also dispatched 6 warships to waters near Taiwan, with the Chinese aircraft carrier Shandong spotted by a Japanese military aircraft west of the island just a few days earlier. Over the past few years, tensions between China and Taiwan have been steadily escalating, but they have deteriorated more rapidly since 2022, coinciding with Russia's invasion of Ukraine. But what does the Russian invasion of Ukraine have to do with the increasing tensions between China and Taiwan? And why do many analysts believe that Xi Jinping sees this as the most opportune moment to invade the island? Since the founding of the People's Republic of China by Mao Zedong in 1949, China has claimed that Taiwan is merely a rebellious province. This is because it was on this island that Chiang Kai-shek's nationalists, defeated in the Chinese Civil War, took refuge and founded the Republic of China also in 1949. Over the decades, Taiwan has gradually lost international support and recognition, culminating in its expulsion from the UN in the 1970s, which then recognized only the People's Republic of China. A decisive blow came later that decade when, under President Jimmy Carter, the United States, seeking to widen the political and ideological gap between China and the Soviet Union, ceased to recognize Taiwan diplomatically, acknowledging only mainland China and withdrawing nearly 20,000 military personnel and hundreds of aircraft that had been stationed in the region for decades to protect the island. However, in parallel, the United States Congress passed a law obliging Washington to provide Taiwan with all necessary means to ensure its independence and sovereignty, including weapons and ammunition. This created the curious situation known as strategic ambiguity, in which the United States does not officially recognize Taiwan as a country, but is legally bound to supply all means for the island to ensure its independence. China is, unsurprisingly, displeased with this strategic ambiguity, knowing that despite official U.S. recognition, any invasion of the island would encounter highly advanced American weapons. This has driven China to heavily invest in military technology development, achieving significant advances across all areas, particularly with the 5th-generation Chengdu J-20 fighter jet and the 3rd-generation Type 99 heavy tank. China's real standout in military technology, however, is its Navy, the most crucial branch in the event of a Taiwan invasion, a type of operation that would necessitate a large amphibious assault. To prepare for this, China is constructing advanced aircraft carriers such as the Fujian, the first Chinese carrier with electromagnetic catapults, and impressive helicopter carriers and amphibious landing ships like the 25,000-ton class O-71 and the massive 40,000-ton Type 075 class, capable of operating up to 28 helicopters and landing up to 800 Marines. These advanced technological vessels are designed with one primary mission: to invade Taiwan. Many believe Xi Jinping sees the current moment as ideal for such an attack. The key to this lies in Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Regular viewers know how committed the United States is to defending Ukraine, directing tens of billions of dollars annually in arms and ammunition to prevent a Russian victory in that war. Observers are well aware of the political challenges the U.S. faces in maintaining a steady flow of military aid to Kyiv. China is also acutely aware of this, closely monitoring not only how the Russian and Ukrainian armies are fighting and dealing with new and terrifying threats like drones, but also the significant difficulties the White House faces in sustaining a constant and uninterrupted supply of arms and ammunition to Ukraine. By recognizing the substantial financial commitment of the United States to Ukraine's defense, and, more importantly, the significant internal and external political strain on the U.S. government to maintain this defensive effort, China may have concluded that the United States currently lacks the capacity to support another ally in a high-intensity conflict, such as a Chinese invasion of Taiwan. Given these points, many believe Xi Jinping might have concluded that if China invades Taiwan now, with all the forces built and amassed over nearly a decade and a half, the United States, fully committed to Ukraine's defense both materially and politically, will not have the means to do the same for Taiwan. It's important to note that the theater of operations would be very different from Ukraine. When we look at the map, we see that Ukraine borders 4 NATO countries, meaning the US has many options for routes to transport all the material aid provided to the Ukrainians. However, in the case of Taiwan, being an island, China, with a navy that is both numerous and modern, can block major sea routes, making it difficult or even impossible for merchant ships loaded with military aid to pass freely. Furthermore, there is the electoral factor. With US elections rapidly approaching, Washington's high spending on the war in Ukraine is a central issue. Xi Jinping is well aware that Joe Biden, already quite weakened in the electoral race, has little room to maneuver to spend another tens of billions of dollars on the defense of another ally. For all the reasons described here, many believe the current moment is perfect for a Chinese invasion, with increasingly frequent Chinese military exercises indicating just that. Stay tuned for more updates, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for the latest analyses and information on major geopolitical issues around the world.
降落，真的落了，真的落了！我操，真降！我操！另外一下也在转5边，另外一下也要落，另外一下也要落。